What's going on, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day. Count Dooku is one of the best duelists the Jedi Order had during his era, but why did this powerful Jedi Master turn to the dark side and betray everyone he knew? Let's dive into it. In the Disney Plus series Tales of the Jedi, which I really like personally, we see Dooku's slow fall down the dark path, but really the biggest reason is Dooku's discontent in what the Jedi were really fighting for. Dooku views the Force as a tool to bring order to the galaxy, and he thought the Jedi were just pawns of the Senate. That the Jedi had become too involved in politics, where they could be using their powers for a greater cause instead. In episode 2 of Tales of the Jedi, titled Justice, this is a key moment for Dooku as he starts to rethink what the Jedi are really all about in the first place, where Dooku truly sees the corruption of the Senate and the Jedi's failure to take out this corruption. In the episode, Dooku and Qui-Gon are tasked to rescue the kidnapped son of a politician on Raxus. Come to find out, it was the village people who were so angry that they were the ones who ended up kidnapping the politician's son, where eventually the politician shows up with troopers and they open fire on the villagers, where we see Dooku completely snap and give in to his rage, where he force chokes the politician and says he'll get rid of all the corruption in the Senate like you. Dooku using Force Choke as a Jedi was really our first glimpse of the Dooku we knew during the Clone Wars, as well as Attack of the Clones and early in Revenge of the Sith. We also see in Tales of the Jedi episode 4 titled The Sith Lord, as Dooku hears word that Qui-Gon encountered a Sith Lord on Tatooine, we see that Dooku is still very disillusioned with the Jedi Council, as they did not believe, or they did not want to believe, that the Sith had returned, even though Dooku states he had been warning them about a coming darkness for years. But at this point, they just looked at Dooku as a fool, as Dooku and the Jedi had differing views at this point, where Dooku blames the Jedi for the death of his former apprentice Qui-Gon as they did not act on news of the Sith's return, which, in hindsight, ended up getting him killed. Later in the episode, Palpatine states that Dooku told them that the Jedi blindly serve a corrupt Senate that fails the Republic it represents, which shows that Dooku wants to get rid of all the corruption in the Senate, which is one of the main reasons why he sides with the dark side in the first place, and Dooku just doesn't trust that the Jedi are going to do the right thing anymore. While Dooku aligned with Palpatine, Dooku was just a pawn in Palpatine's grand plan, as his true target for his next apprentice was Anakin Skywalker. Dooku was just a placeholder until Anakin was ready to fill the role. In the comics, Palpatine called Maul a loss, where he presumably was killed, but Dooku was always just a pawn according to Palpatine. In the end, Dooku was right about everything with the Jedi and the Senate as they let the Sith take over and become the Galactic Empire, destroying democracy as they knew it. I really enjoyed Tales of the Jedi overall, as we got some amazing episodes, I believe, where we saw Dooku spiral from Jedi Master into the Sith Lord we all knew in the prequels. I think Dooku is one of the more interesting characters in all of Star Wars, where he is a villain, he's more of a broken hero archetype rather than someone who's truly evil, like Palpatine for example. Ultimately, Dooku was never a true Sith and joined Palpatine for their shared goal. Little did Dooku know he would just be tossed aside and betrayed in the end by Palpatine. But overall, due to the corruption in the Senate and the arrogance of the Jedi Order, Dooku decided to turn to the dark side to try to bring peace and order to the galaxy. Let me know your thoughts on Dooku's turn to the dark side. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.